The last question, lymphocytes, you mentioned lymphocytes very briefly. Is there any connection between stem cell release and improving the immune function? Lymphocytes tend to drop as we age, and your neutrophil to lymphocyte ratio is a very important ratio to sort of see how your immune system's faring, if you will. Any research there?
Yes and no. When we quantify lymphocytes in our studies, because when you quantify stem cells, you always quantify them as a proportion of your lymphocyte population.
Yes.
So we also quantify lymphocytes doing complete blood counts. So we know all the different types of lymphocytes. And we have not seen historically any kind of change in the lymphocyte population. So I would say no. However, a lot of these ingredients have also been documented mostly on their effect on the immune system. Example, the blue-green algae. Before we discovered its effect on stem cells, what we had published, it's its effect on natural killer cells. So it puts more natural killer cells in bloodstream. Actually, sorry, it triggers the migration of natural killer cells out of the blood into the tissue, and it also activates them. So when people report no more colds in the winter, and a lot of benefits in various kinds of viral-based problems like herpes, for example, I think it's linked to its effect on NK cells. It tends to suppress neutrophils, which is probably partially linked to its anti-inflammatory effect as well. And it stimulates the front line of the immune system, which is your macrophages. So it has a very balancing effect on the immune system. You also have documentation of the effect of sea buckthorn berry on the immune system. Ficoidan has been documented a lot on the ability of reducing the migration of neutrophils into your tissues where they trigger inflammation. So it's used a lot for arthritis and inflammation in joints, for example. So a lot of these ingredients, their historical use has been to support the immune system, beta-glucans, colostrum. So these are all products tied to the immune system. So there's a lot of a cross here with these ingredients and their effect on the immune system. I do not believe that the effect on the immune system is through stem cells. Stem cells are less than 1% of your lymphocyte population. In the bloodstream, at least. So at the end, their impact on the peripheral blood lymphocyte population is minimal.
Yeah, gotcha. And